Hey everyone, it's your pal 300 here, coming to you again from the Show Your Roll Cave, aka the Spartan Underground, the wardrobe. All right, whatever you want to call it. It's great seeing you guys again. Wanted to do another video for you today. Just something I think would be useful. Question that I receive a lot is, how do I protect my fingers from getting messed up in doing jiu-jitsu? I mean, look at these things. We'll try to see if it'll focus here. It's kind of nasty. They go all different directions, right? Doesn't quite go straight. Got a little bend in it there. This one, torn ligament in the top. You see how it curves down like that? It's because it's got no ligament here. All right, so one thing you have to understand if you're going to do jiu-jitsu for a long time, you plan on doing jiu-jitsu for many years, you will get some wear and tear on your fingers, just as you would if you did judo or any other sport where you're using grips and you're using your hands a lot. With that said, you can minimize the amount of damage that your hands take. It took me way too long to understand this concept, but when it comes to gripping the uniform, if you have a good solid grip on somebody's uniform, say you're grabbing their lapel or you're holding on to the cuff of their sleeve, and you feel that tension building and they're getting ready to rip and strip that grip off, simply let go before they rip it. All right, it sounds too simple, and that's because it is. One of the things that has given more longevity and saved my fingers from pain here in the past several years has been applying that concept. If I have a grip and that person is gonna break it anyway, let go, reset, find another grip. Chances are that wasn't a solid grip anyway if they were going to be able to strip it. So move on, switch grips, and always go back to it. That's one of the easiest things you can start to do to preserve your fingers. Now, when your fingers do get hurt, one thing you can do, the best thing you can do, is ice them. Okay, when you're at home recovering. Nowadays, they make a few different products. One that I really like, it has a funny name. They're called penguin fingers, and it's actually like a little refreezable ice sleeve that you can slide on your fingers. It's super cold, so you only need to leave it on there for like 20-30 seconds, and you'll really feel the difference in lowering that inflammation and help the recovery of your fingers if you do end up getting them hurt, because there's always going to be freak accidents. Even if you do apply the preventative method that I described earlier in the video, there's still a chance a finger is going to accidentally get stubbed or bent the wrong way. Same thing with toes, right? Toes you don't have as much control over. Usually when toes get hurt, it's a freak thing. But with our hands, when it comes to deciding when to grip, when to let go, that's something for the most part that we have control over, so we can save ourselves a little bit there. So if they get hurt, ice like you would with many other injuries, but nowadays you have the convenience of having products like the penguin fingers. You can slide that on, get your finger iced up, start feeling better, along with if you take any kind of turmeric or natural anti-inflammatories, that'll help you in that recovery. The other thing you can do, of course, we always want to train through the pain. Most jiu-jitsu people you find, we're very good at telling people to take time off and to rest and recover, but ourselves, we have trouble following that our own advice, right? We have trouble following that advice. We're good at giving advice a lot of times, but for applying it to ourselves, we're not always that great. So if you are going to train after your fingers are hurt, okay, for example, me, this pinky finger, anytime I'm getting ready for a competition, starts getting really sore, starts to bother me, I try to be preventative and start taping it before it gets to that point. So what I do, and I'll do a instructional video on this as well so you can see, but I'll need somebody's help to do that. What I like to do, I like to individually wrap and support that finger first, and then buddy tape it to its next door neighbor here. Okay, and that's going to allow me to protect it and keep it from getting injured worse or re-aggravated when it's trying to heal and when I'm trying to recover. Have technical grips, okay? If you're just squeezing the material as hard as you can for no particular reason and it's not yielding any kind of result for you to squeeze material, think about how you can finesse it a little bit, right? Utilize your hook grip. Your hook grip is when you get the cuff of that material over these knuckles, you fold it over, and you're basically making a hook with your hand here, and you're not squeezing the material. You're barely just closing the thumb, keeping your elbow in, having a real nice control while not using your whole hand to squeeze that material. Okay, and a lot of people will squeeze the material and roll it around so it's kind of enveloping their hand, and that makes it even worse when someone strips a grip really hard, because sometimes it can get stuck and you can have the best intention of wanting to let go there and it will still be stuck there and will keep you from being able to let go, and that's how a lot of times the injuries occur. You may have the best intention of letting go, but if you're holding in such a way where you can't let go, that's where some of these injuries are more common to take place, all right? So make sure that your grips have finesse. If we talk about the cuff grip, all right, it might be hard for you to see on this, but I'm using my thumb here to cuff that material over those first knuckles, right? All the way up here, going all the way up to this knuckle, cuffing it over the top, and then just making a hook, closing my thumb. I'm not trying to squeeze here. I'm not wrapping and twisting the material around my hand when I'm doing this. So we'll do a gripping video so we can discuss those more in detail. We'll do a finger taping video. Like I said, I would like somebody to film that for me versus doing it with a tripod solo here where I can't really move the camera around too much and show you the detail. All right, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Until next time, take care.